To an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Carolina Panthers. This will make it into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson on the move to his left. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. That's caught inside the 20. And he's finally taken down, but not before he reaches the 14.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 13-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. From the gun, Jackson escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And I think the ball's out. And that will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. 4th down after the New Orleans defense holds serve.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and pick it up with Scarborough. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. Well, trying to be bold on the opening drive of the game, but that effort, it proves futile.
How many times have we talked with coaches where they've talked about taking the emotion out of their decision-making? I think that opening drive, if he didn't have it in his head to go for it before, I think that keyed into it. They were doing so well, and he decided to really establish something there. They didn't get it. Now they've got to make sure that they don't lose their focus.
Kamara. And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Samuel. Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. A gain of 4, not enough. And it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down.
Let's go defense. Let's go defense.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And that's caught by Smith. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. On the counter, here's Kamara. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
To throw on 2nd down. Samuel. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They'll try and throw for it here. That's caught by Treadwell. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. 1st down on a pickup of 11. Operating from the gun, Samuel. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. They run with it. It's Kelly. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, Samuel. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that will be incomplete.
2 things you can do in that situation. Run and punt the football or try and take your shot at getting the 1st down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. It's a foot race. The 30. 10, touchdown, Carolina. Trenton Cannon, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead. Well, from back where that one started, they were hoping probably for just a few yards on the ground there. Instead, they get 90-plus and into the end zone.
And as much credit as I have to give the guys on offense, I often think when I see a run of that magnitude that there has to have been a mistake made, maybe even multiple mistakes on defense, because you're expecting them to run the ball in that stage from that stage of the field. Instead, it turns into one of the longest runs that we're going to see in the NFL.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
To throw again. Samuel. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they will take over with a football just outside of the 10 at the 12-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson forced out to his left. And now he's going to use, and they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to the play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. On the carry, it's Cannon. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Chauncey Gardner.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. On 3rd down, here's Cannon. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Joey Sly for the Panther field goal. A 22-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip.
Panthers 10.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to, and forced a field goal attempt that went through.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
Looking to throw on second down. Samuel looking long for Thomas. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so he didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Throwing on second down. Jackson eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. They go play action with Jackson. And that's complete. It's the tight end Daniels. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
First down.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Ian Thomas, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and that'll bring up second down. Throwing again. Samuel. Being chased out left. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 22 yards there, a first down. Back to throw. Samuel. Airing it out deep for Smith. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by Eli Apple. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammate's going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
At the 28-yard line.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And it'll bring up 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. Dancing to his left. Taking a shot for Samuel. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. To throw on 2nd down, Samuel. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Shaq Thompson in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
It's 3rd down. 3rd and 14.
The Saints on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 14. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44. Yard line. Around the NFL, 2nd quarter in Atlanta. An early lead in that game for the Falcons. Matt Ryan leading the charge offensively. After the interception, here's Jackson. He's going to look deep for more. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, 44 yards. And the Panthers add on to their lead. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain it.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week it totally carries over, but you got to like the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Brian Burns picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Rolling to his left. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
A big boot that time, 57 yards the official distance. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right. But that was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Check 43, check 3, check 3. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Check 3, check 3, check. No. Whip.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And some room to work. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Hill now after the interception. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara.
Taysom Hill in at quarterback.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41.
Kamara.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Hill. Smith catches left side. And they will get the 1st down here as they move into field goal range as well, inside the 25. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check.
Gun, Hill. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Throwing on 3rd down, Hill. And he'll find Hall. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. And this offense has converted twice already here in this first half on fourth down conversions. And here we go again. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on fourth down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Panthers will get the football back.
On down.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. On the run, he'll let this go deeper. It's caught inside the 25. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered. Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The final two quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Now Hill looking to throw on first. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Torrey McTyer. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material.
Yeah, check. Hey, Mike. Hey, no, let's switch the mic right now. 19, Mike. Hey, Mike. Check Mike 40. Check Mike 40.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
I think I earned all my stripes. I don't believe all the hype. Get back on my feet and get right. Watch him work, watch him hate, watch him work, can't relate, watch his dirt.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
What we got? Mike 40. Smash Rocco. 18 rattle. 18 rattle. Hey, smash. Let's go. Hey, Mike.
To throw again. Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Touchdown, Carolina! DJ Moore. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And thanks to the interception, the Panthers offense cashes in with 6.
And no good.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Over first and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Give him a couple on the carry there. Second and 8.
Yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Any day. Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33.
looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling. Oh, now it's free. Hill fumbled it. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Well, they definitely figured out something defensively at halftime, Charles. That's now 2 drives and 2 interceptions here in this 3rd quarter.
And I think the easy thing for us to say is, boy, they made an adjustment, didn't they? Or they showed him something different. I'm not so sure it's that as much as maybe he's just been impatient and forced the ball a little bit. In any event, as you noted, back-to-back interceptions thrown.
Now it's Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And maybe a small measure of revenge for this defense because they have been thoroughly dominated so far, but a brief bright spot there with that pick 6.
Seemingly coming up for air after being dominated as you described. They get a nice play there. Probably not going to change the balance of this game, but they have to feel a little bit better about themselves after that one.
I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Back to the air, Jackson following the pick 6. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore.
Complete.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Check. Line's 59. Line's 59.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. Open man is Anderson. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Robbie Anderson with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Panthers just continue to pour it on. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Makes the score Panthers 44, Saints 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now a play fake here on first down. Rolling to his right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Shaq Thompson has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on third and long. Looking to throw. Samuel. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be out right at the 35. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to fourth down.
They dialed up the screen pass on third down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
They're going for it. It's Hill. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. Pass incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Third quarter action here, this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike the 59. Or you're no check. No check. Check. Alert flare.
Throwing again. Jackson eluding the pressure right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. By the way, third quarter now in Cincinnati as we take a look at the NFL scoreboard. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. On third down, Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
At their own.
Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. On 1st and 10, Hill. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Here's Kamara off the draw. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
3rd down.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
That is 3 plays and out. It's 4th down.
And they are going for it. Here's Hill. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 35. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
The Panthers take over.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic.
There he goes left side. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Trenton Cannon. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They'll keep it in the hands of Kelly. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
The ball carrier.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd down, Kelly. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27.
Dante Jackson on the tackle. It's a gain of 6. 1st down, New Orleans.
On 1st down, it's Kelly. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Still a couple yards short of the 1st as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. And we're back now in Charlotte. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. They run it again with Kamara. And this will wind up a Saints 1st down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator, he's going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. On the ground, this is Kamara. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Again, it's Kamara. And he's got enough for the 1st across midfield to the 48. 5 yards on the play there, and the drive will continue.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. This is Harris. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Ball carrier.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The Saints on third down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 4. Now they go screen. It's complete. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first.
A gain of
Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Hill. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Dante Jackson picks it. And nothing but daylight ahead. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Deontay Harris on the return. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They run again with Harris. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
A gain of 22 yards. And the Saints 1st down.
They'll run. Here's Harris. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory.
Carry for the running.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 16 yards, a 1st down. Defensively, with this lead in the 4th quarter, I guess you can allow a run of that magnitude.
You're right about that, but really the focus has got to be, don't fall in love with the idea that you're getting big runs now. You're right. They're actually being allowed. They've got to think really hard about getting some chunk plays through the air, too.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
1st down, New Orleans.
Mike, check 33. 33. Come on, check.
They run with Harris. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the Panthers' 22-yard line.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Hill. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, right there. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check, 56.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he'll be out right at the 35. 23 yards on the play. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Jackson on first down. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Another try after the first down sack. Jackson, and he's going to go down again. Lightning speed that time from the corner. Marshawn Lattimore getting the sack. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Now Jackson. Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And now here is another interception. Picked off around the 37. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. And I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of 34. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5.
3 down, 3 down.
Back to throw, Hill. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. That was Dante Jackson, the one who got a hand in to knock it away.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Kickoff for New Orleans.
Oh, the Saints recovered it. New Orleans football. So the onside kick is recovered. And, you know, I always thought, Charles, as someone who didn't play these positions, that going over the middle as a receiver or trying to recover an onside kick, those are 2 very tough things to do.
Takes a lot of fortitude to put yourself in that position, but you have to do it in order to help your team win.
Unable to recover it, it costs him the kicking team. This is caught inside the 15. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
But this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And they'll go ahead and down this one right on the chalk of the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. They'll run. This is Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
A loss of a yard on the play. And it's third down.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Hill. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. One last throw here for Smith.
And things are working and clicking, they think that they can bottle this and